In the days of the prophet Elisha, when Israel was plagued by famine and war, the people suffered greatly. Crops withered beneath the relentless sun, wells dried up, and travelers feared the roads, for they were filled with raiders and desperate thieves. Hunger and fear gripped the land, and those who had plenty hoarded it, unwilling to share with the weak. In a small village near the Jordan River, there lived a humble shepherd named Eben. He was neither rich nor powerful, but his heart was known for its kindness. Where others shut their doors against the needy, Eben left food on his doorstep for any who passed by. He tended his sheep with care, speaking softly to them as if they were his own children. One evening, as the sun cast golden hues across the hills, Eben noticed a figure stumbling toward his home. The man's robes were tattered, his face darkened with dust, his steps unsteady from exhaustion. He carried no weapons, no wealth, only the weight of his suffering. Eben rushed to meet him, catching him before he collapsed. "Come," Eben said, "rest in my home. Eat and drink, for the Lord provides." The stranger tried to speak, but his throat was too dry. Eben led him inside, offering fresh water and warm bread. The man ate slowly, his hollow eyes filling with gratitude. After some time, he whispered, "You are the first to show me kindness. Others turned me away. I have wandered for days, with no name and no home." Eben placed a hand on the man's shoulder. "All who seek refuge are welcome in my house. The Lord does not measure a man by his fortune, but by his heart." The secret of the stranger. For many days, the stranger stayed with Eben, helping tend the sheep and repair the fences. Though weak, his hands were skilled, and his knowledge of the land was vast. But he never spoke of his past, and Eben never asked. Yet whispers soon spread through the village. "Who is this man?" the elders asked. "He could be a fugitive, a thief, or worse, a spy from our enemies." The villagers grew uneasy. One evening, a village elder came to Eben's house. "You are a good man," he said, "but you are too trusting. We live in dangerous times. You must know who this man is before he brings trouble upon us all." Eben only smiled. "If a man is thirsty, do I demand his name before offering water? If he is starving, do I first ask where he comes from? No, kindness does not wait for answers." That night, as the wind howled through the valley, the stranger sat beside Eben and spoke. "I must leave tomorrow," he said. "I have stayed too long." "You are welcome here as long as you need," Eben replied. The stranger hesitated. Then, with a deep breath, he said, "I have not been honest with you. I am Jonadab, once a prince of Judah. But my own brother betrayed me, casting me out to die in the wilderness. I have walked far, but nowhere have I found kindness, except here." Eben listened without judgment. "A man's worth is not in his title," he said. "It is in his heart." Jonadab bowed his head. "Because of your kindness, I will remember your name forever." The return of kindness. Years passed. The famine ended, and war raged across the land. Eben grew older, his once strong hands now trembling, his flock growing smaller. One day, the sound of hooves thundered through the village. Soldiers clad in royal armor rode into the streets, bearing the banner of Judah. The people hid in fear, thinking raiders had come to pillage. At their head rode Jonadab. No longer in rags, he now wore the robes of a prince, his eyes filled with wisdom and power. He dismounted and called out, "Where is Eben the shepherd?" The villagers, confused and frightened, pointed toward the small home at the edge of town. Jonadab walked forward and knelt before Eben, who now stood frail but smiling. "You once gave me shelter when I had nothing," Jonadab declared. "Now, I return the kindness." At his command, carts filled with grain, oil, and gold were brought forth, more than enough to sustain the village for years. Eben shook his head. "I did not give to you expecting reward." Jonadab smiled. "True kindness never expects. That is why it is remembered." From that day on, the village flourished, and the tale of Eben's kindness spread far and wide. Though he never sought riches or recognition, his name was honored in Judah for generations to come. Prayer. Lord, teach us to give without expectation, to love without condition, and to serve without seeking reward. Let our kindness be a light in the darkness, so that through us, your love may be known. May we remember that even the smallest act of kindness can change a life. Amen. If you loved this epic, untold Bible story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible biblical tales.